Hello, welcome pen friends. I'm here with a video today that is all about ink vial storage, ink sample vial storage. So we get these and some of us have just a few and some of us end up with hundreds, literally. And I thought I would just come on and talk to you about the 4 items that I like the best for storing my samples. So they're all here that you can count. There's 5, but these baggies count as 1. So we'll take them one by one, but first there are these baggies. This is a snack size and this is a quart size, and one is a zipper and one is just the, snap to seal. And then next is the shotgun shell case, which holds 25 ink samples. And then there is the tray that is an ink vial holder. This one holds 40. I have one that holds 50. And then this is an item that I found at the Dollar Tree. It's a basket, and I'll be able to show you better once it's the only thing in the viewfinder. So I'll be right back, and we're going to start with the little baggies. Okay, and before I get started, I just wanted to say that this whole idea came about because one of my pen friends had emailed me and mentioned that she would like to organize her ink samples. And I thought, why not just share what I have figured out to be a neat system for me? Not everybody has, hundreds of ink samples to deal with, but even if you just have 7 or 25, you could probably get something from this. These I find at the Dollar Tree, and they're the snack portion bags. There's 40 in the box, and I love these, and I'll show you in a minute how I use them. This is what they look like. They snap to seal at the top, and I just absolutely love them. This is how I use them. I try to keep together little sets like this. This was the Ferris Wheel Press Spring colors. So the sample vials are in here. Usually I have them lined up long ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think one of them is gone on to somewhere else. It's probably been filed, but it gives me plenty of room. And then, okay, here's another example. This is the Troublemaker ink flight. So they're all in here, and so is the little paper from the ink Journal that tells about them. And this is kind of ideal. Now somewhere I have the little coloring index cards, which I was like, I picked this up and I thought, well, that's funny. That's how things get separated. But ideally, I'd have those cards in there too. And I'll show you when we get around to the blue basket why this is so important to me. So there's this size, and then I do kind of favor the quart size ones too. And these are just some I get in my local H-E-B here in Texas. I like these because they're real super rugged and reusable, and when they're full of ink vials, they'll stand right up. And I've got, I think I put some of those away. I've got ink everywhere. So, oh well, this was one that wasn't ink vials; it's cartridges, but that's all full. And then I got another one. Oh, already reviewed blues. This is kind of a process I go through. Not everybody's going to go through that kind of thing. So that's just to give you an idea, though. These are super handy and reusable. I have kind of gotten to the point now where I do use these labels because I realize, well, if I go ahead and write on here, I really don't want to waste these at all, and they last for a long time. They start getting worn out after a while, but it takes a long time. So another size I like is the gallon size, but that most of you hopefully won't have to deal with the gallon size, although I know a few of you watching will be soon, if not already, dealing with that many. So that's the first item. The next thing that I just love and wouldn't know what to do without are the shotgun shell holders that hold 25, and I was first introduced to this idea by my pen friend Sue. She sent me one with some ink samples in it, and then I think every idea starts somewhere, and she said that she'd heard it somewhere too. So just so neat, and I just had to come on and share it with you guys. So this is one way that I use these. I have them all divided out by color. I've got 8 of them, and I'm about to put in another order because I want to refine my color divisions better. I need one for yellow, and I want to break down teal and turquoise out of the blue category because it just overflows. So this one here, they're slightly different. This is a MTM Case Gard, and this one is an S-25-12D. I'll put this all in the description. Don't worry about, you know, detail wise, because I try to do that for you. And then this one is a little taller, which makes a difference to me. It's maybe a ½ inch taller, and it's the S-25-12M, 10 or 12 gauge. So you know, it's designed for shotgun shells. But the reason I like this one better, it's a little taller, is that it has room to accommodate your cards. So you get all your samples in there. Now this one does too, but I kind of have to really work it to make my rings fit. And I do like to keep the index cards with the sample vials, because it just makes life easier. If you have this many, you need to do something. Each category or each color. See, and it's harder to close it. Whereas with the with this one, I never have that problem. With this size, this just happens to be one that's empty to show you. And they run between $4 and $10. So you got to shop around. You got to kind of look around. At one time, I saw them at Cabela's, and I've gotten them on Amazon. But right now, I'm disappointed because I'm not finding. It used to be like $4 and something on Amazon. But you just look around for them, and I'll be sure to put the description, the thorough description in the description box. Okay, so that's the second one. Now the next one, of course, is a standby. A lot of people have these, and I use them for lots of different things in terms of my ink. These are the ink vial sample holders, and just recently I came up with a new thing I wanted to do, which was I got all of my Birmingham samples and I put them in one of these trays, because I do like having all my inks separated by color, and I do that almost always with all of them. But you know, right now Birmingham ink is hard to get a hold of, and I think it's going to change. I think they're going to start producing again, but I wanted to kind of get an idea of what do I have, and this doesn't include the blue ones that I'm doing right now for 30 blue inks 30 days. So I was really happy to get these all sorted on here. There's the Knox Old Glory Blue. That either means I have two or I didn't do that this month. But anyway, I've got them all on here so I can really see, you know, which ones I have. And I'm hoping that, like, I hope eventually they'll come out with this one in bottle form again. But the other way that I use these is I have one vial per full bottle ink. So I've got a 50 tray with those. And I've got, I can fill from the vial instead of the bottle, which I just prefer because I don't want to make mistakes and I want to kind of keep the bottles super clean. So that's that one. And last but not least, because this is something I found at the Dollar Tree, it's a basket. And let's see, I'm going to show you the bottom, because that way if you're a Dollar Tree customer, you can see what it is, and there's a number. It's a slotted basket. And then there's the number, but I'll put this in the description too. I have, I think, 6 of these in my office on my shelf, and I have 3 in my pantry, because I like the idea of this handle. It's super, super handy, as long as you don't overload it weight-wise. But in the kitchen, I use it for spices and little, you know, separating out baking spices from the grill spices and stuff like that is super, super handy. Even my husband loves these. But for ink, this is what I'm doing. I've got these categoried ones, like, okay, here's Troublemaker from the Ink Flight, and then Ferris Wheel Press. Oh, I got cats all around me jumping. Okay, and then the Vinta Inks, Ink Flight. The Pure Pens, some of them, okay, I've only got 6 of 9 in here. So that tells me I have 9, but there's 6 here. So the others are being processed and used and tried out. Okay, Ferris Wheel Press Summer Kickstarter. Why on earth their cards aren't with them? You could see my work is cut out for me. The coloring index cards should be with them. And then these are the Jacques Arbon Goulet exclusive ones that I just have a little bit left, and I have to go through and see some of these are already categorized for keeper samples so that I can use them for comparisons. And then this was what was left of a Monteverde ink flight. I believe these are the 4 I didn't review yet. So anyway, for someone like me, these baskets are super useful. And I've got another one where the basket has my currently inked. Let me grab it and I'll show you. Okay, so here's how I have 2 more of them filled up or in use. Again, real super lightweight and easy to grab off of my shelf, and it keeps my mind sorted. I have yet to put a little label, but I'm going to go ahead and label this as new or current, because what I have in here, these are my June Chris's inked pens. These are the 8 ink samples, and I may need to go, and I have the coloring by Miracle. They made their way in there too. So I can get in here, and if I do have a pen that needs to be filled, you know, put back in there, or when I get ready to end the month, I'll go ahead and refile them. And then these are, good thing I have them labeled. Oh, okay, these are the 30 blue inks, 30 days, that I've already done. And there's going to be massive filing and decision making after. I can go through, I can figure out which ones have enough left to, you know, to keep them in the shell boxes, or, you know, and how did I feel about the sample, or is this one I want to pass on to someone else? But until the days are over, I want to be able to access this in case I forgot to make an ink splatter or I need to see it. And those are all on a ring, so they're all right here. Don't worry, those index didn't get lost. That's just note to self. Okay, and then in this other basket like this, I know this is awkward. I tried to get my tripod up further, but that was the best I could do. Okay, so these are new samples that came in from Pen Friend CW, and they need to be indexed, and I got in my order of coloring index, so I'll be ready. And then this is another, these are from Pen Friend KS, and I'm going to, oh wow, it's going to be like an ink swatch party with these, with all of these, so that's going to be fun. But I need to make sure I know what's going on, so when I get around to labeling this, which I haven't done yet, it'll say, you know, needs indexing or something, and then I'll just be able to recategorize it if I don't like what I called it. But I hope this was helpful to you. I know that some of you have been doing this a long time and you've found things already that work, but I know also there's quite a few new people on the channel, and I thought it just might help to take a look. I'm working around Willie. He's come and taken like a little nap right in the middle of where I had put everything. So those are the 4 things. Those big blue baskets don't fit very well, but we can sneak them in, that I find just indispensable. I don't use just 1 or 2. I use all of these 4 things constantly to organize my ink samples. And, you know, sometimes I think of it as a losing battle, but it really isn't. It's, if I didn't do what I have done, it would be really hard for me. What I want, my goal with all of this is being able to put my finger on a particular ink sample quickly. You know, I can go to my inventory to see whether I have one. You know, I've got the spreadsheet now, but to go ahead and be able to say, oh, I want to see that, you know, Rose Noir or whatever, and then I want to be able to either find it by color or by brand, ink flight, whatever it is, quickly. And this is, it has worked for the most part. So I have a bonus tip for you if you have stayed around to the end. So this is not anything to do with ink, but I thought it might be a fun time to show it. Okay, this is a tray that comes in a box of bullets. Actually, it's 38 caliber or 357 caliber. This is Remington. Okay, and this is another one that's red, and this is what you can do if you love pocket pens. I think actually if you had 45 caliber or 9 mil, it would be better, but these pens are staying in there. You could even picking it up. Now, the thicker ones, the Cryptek ones, are a little wiggly, but I'm thinking I've got a shooting enthusiast friend who may be able to set me up with a little bit wider one with the holes, but I just think this is so cool because I come every morning and I had them in a little pouch, but I like to pick which pen I'm going to carry, and I wanted to show you. A pen friend sent me a clip for one. I didn't really know they had the clips until she sent it, and I had recently gotten the pocket dock that goes on the end. So, but I just think this is so much fun to be able to see them and not have them rolling around in a drawer. But like I said, the ones that have the coating that are a little bit thicker than the regular pockets, kind of, they don't fall over though when I pick it up. So that's pretty good. So I just wanted to show you that as a little bonus tip on how we can use these, you know, oddball things for something else. I picked it up, the idea up on the internet. It was on the little group that the Paca, let's see, it's Paca Posse or something. And somebody was doing it with 45, and I went to see if I emptied out my shells, and so they're in a baggie probably now. Anyway, I think that's enough said. But I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know your ideas, because there's just endless ideas of how we can organize things. But these are the 4 I talked about are my very favorites for organizing my ink vials. I wouldn't know what to do without these tools. So I'll see you next time, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments. Bye for now.